Dobry, nazywam się Dawid Stancik, jesteśmy w siedzibie firmy Golden West w Los Angeles i będziemy przeprowadzać teraz testy na maszynie produktów Prolong, żeby przedstawić Państwu, jak działa i na czym polega technologia AFMT zawarta w produktach Prolong. Dziękuję.
Hi there, good afternoon. My name is Jeff Victor, International Sales Director for Prolong Super Lubricants, and today we're going to talk to you about Prolong technology and what we have to offer. Many times I get asked the question, what is so special about Prolong? And what is in our product that sets our product apart from all the others in the United States and around the world? What we have at Prolong is something called AFMT, which stands for Anti-Friction Metal Treatment Technology. It's a bonding technology that actually bonds to the surface of metal at the molecular level. And what I'm going to do today is demonstrate a few different ways on our technology and how it's superior to everything else in the world. For the first demonstration, I'm going to be using a glass speaker and a metal bolt. And what I'm going to be doing is pouring Prolong into the glass speaker and show you how Prolong is attracted to metal surfaces. Now, most of the time when you pour oil into water, it would float to the top. Prolong has a little heavier density than regular oil, so you'll notice it's sinking to the bottom. Now, the bonding technology I just mentioned a few minutes ago is very simple to explain. Most oils are negative, and what we've done is we've turned the polarization of our oil into a positive. So it's actually attracted to metal surfaces. Now if you zoom in real closely, David, you can see the oil cling to the bottom of this bolt. There's no other oil in the world that performs like Prolong. To tell you a little bit more about our product, this is a pure petroleum-based product. It does not have any solids. There's no mineral, zinc, there's no moly, there's no Teflon, there's no PTFE in this product. It's a pure petroleum-based oil. It's compatible with regular oil and synthetic oil. And the way that we recommend our customers to use this here in the States and around the world is that this bottle, 354 milliliter, would treat 4 to 5 liters of your favorite oil. Again, it is compatible with regular and semi and synthetic oil. The next part of the demonstration is I'll be showing you how to see how Prolong works on our friction test machine. And basically this is a 3rd horsepower motor running on 120 volt. There's a couple different points to the demonstration. One is the amp gauge, which you can see is running at a roughly 5 amps. Then we have a spinning race. Now the spinning race is actually a harder surface metal than what we will be using to create a wear scar on a bearing, which is a little bit softer metal. The race that's spinning is a Rockwell hardness 62, and the bearing Rockwell hardness is a 58. So in just a few minutes I'll be filling this oil reservoir with a very famous oil, Mobil 1, which is a very good oil. And we'll be showing you how that product works compared to Prolong. So, best-selling synthetic oil in the world is Mobil 1. It's a very good oil. There's a lot of good oils out there, as in Poland and in Europe. We like to compete against GT, Castrol, Mobil 1, Shell. It really doesn't matter. All these lubricants that I'm talking about and showing you today are considered to be flowing lubricants. And we need these types of lubricants to work with our bonding lubrication technology. So these are very important to us. These are all very important products to making Prolong work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fill the reservoir with Mobil 1. And we're going to give it a nice good bath of oil. We just filled the bath with Mobil 1. And a couple of things you'll notice is that the noise will change on how it sounds right now. Number one. Number two, the amp gauge will go over as we apply more pressure and the lubrication starts to get pushed out. Number three is that the pounds per square inch will fail at about 150 pounds per square inch. So all the lubrication, once the wheel stops spinning, all the lubrication is being pushed out. Okay, so now Mobile One is a good product. There's no doubt about it. It is the #1 selling synthetic in the world. What I want you to do, David, is come up and get a nice tight shot of the wear scar. You can see how rough it is. I'll turn it back and forth a little bit so the light hits it. But this is what it looked like before, and that's with a fingerful amount of pressure, the damage we caused on that bearing. Okay? One of the things that I also like to show is that when you have wear in an engine, some of the most devastating things that can happen to an engine is that, if you can zoom in again, you see all those gray particles there? Those are metal shavings. And this is what typically floats around in an engine that can cause a main or a journal to go sideways and break on you. So this is what you want to try to avoid in your motor. Okay? So we've showed you what Mobile One does, and again, Mobile One is a very good product. And what we're going to do now is we're going to recharge the system with more Mobile One. Okay, give it lots of oil so it's really flowing around that race. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our Prolong engine treatment with AFMT technology, and we're going to simply pour a little bit in addition to the Mobile One. As I mentioned earlier, we recommend 10% to volume, or 1 bottle to 4 to 5 liters of your favorite oil. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the bearing. Now I'm going to slide it, this wear mark, over to the side. So there's the wear mark, and we're going to start with a nice fresh spot on top of the bearing. Okay, a couple things. Before with Mobile One, we filled at 150 pounds. I want you to remember that number. We also were running at 5, and let's see what Prolong runs at. And let's watch for some smoke and for some screeching. Now what I can do, we talked about the bonding technology, okay? We talked about how it bonds to metal surfaces. What I can do is apply a little bit of pressure and activate the technology in Prolong. Prolong is activated by heat. The more heat, the more friction that you can give our product, the better it will perform. So you can come in and zoom here, David, on our torque wrench. That's right about where Mobile One failed, okay? And you can pan out again and check the amp gauge. This is right where Mobile One failed. The amp gauge is still running at, it's pegged around 5 or 6 amps, so we're not adding any more pressure to the amp gauge, okay? You'll notice on the wheel, there's no smoke. It's still basically the same sound as that when we started, okay? I'm going to keep applying pressure here to the torque wrench. And with our AFMT technology now bonding to the metal, I can bring this all the way up. And the machine will actually lift off the table. We just ran the Prolong and Mobile One together. Let me play this off. So this was the mark that we had with Mobile One. Okay. And then we rotated the bearing, we recharged the system with Mobile One and Prolong engine treatment with AFMT, and you can see a little bit of wear there, just a little bit. I got to turn the bearing back and forth so the light catches it. But what a significant difference in wear. Okay? So when we say we have a bonding technology that is unique and there is no equal in the world, this is the proof. One last part of the demonstration. I'm going to take the oil bath off, and we're going to pour the oil out. And we're going to turn the machine back on. We're going to take a tissue, and we're going to wipe all the Prolong off. So there's no residual oil here. We're going to put the bearing right where we had it, back on the machine. Okay, and again, I'm going to start to apply pressure. So this is right where Mobile 1 failed. Okay, look at the bearing. There's no smoke, there's no screeching. Look at the amp gauge. It's still running at 5 or 6 amps for the motor to run. So what's protecting those two metal parts? There's no bath. And I could jump on this thing. 200, 300, 400. What's protecting those metal parts? What Prolong has is truly a unique, advanced technology that no one else has. Running on literally no oil, but we protected the two metal pieces with Prolong, our advanced AFMT technology. So Prolong, when someone says, what's different about Prolong? Again, I go back to the front of the bottle, these 4 little letters, AFMT, anti-friction metal treatment, is what sets us apart. So that concludes our demonstration on our AFMT and our engine treatment technology. I would encourage you to give the Stancheks a call and ask more questions about our product and how available it is in Poland. They are our distributor, and I'm sure they'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have about Prolong. Thank you very much.